Hey, it's me again, and this time I'm accompanied by Nanea because if you've read the title, you already know I'm opening up her Sculpt Sister, Truly Me 120. So I can just jump right in. This was a pretty random purchase. A friend of mine, a fellow Tiana collector, my Tiana twin, had points, rewards points, because she bought the Tiana collection, and she doesn't collect American Girl aside from that. So she sent me her rewards that were about to expire. Was like, oh, you know what? I have this doll I was toying around with buying because I wanted to customize her. And that's what I'm going to do. But I also, to get up to that $150 points, I bought the Peridot. I think this is August. So I only need one more from the collection I want of the Birthstone series. I'll open that later because at this point, I should really get to the doll. She was really crushed in here. Okay, give me a sec. She's in a mountain of styrofoam, and you should see the state this box is in. It's okay. I recently stopped collecting boxes, so let me just show you how she looks. So if you're an inbox collector, you wouldn't be happy, but I don't mind because it just makes me feel better about the fact that I now throw out my boxes. And there were a couple of reasons. Oops, I always make noise on here. I recently did a video where I was talking about my favorite doll of each mold. And there's a glass of water here beside me. It's to do with the styrofoam beside me, but I'll get to that in a minute. I was talking about my favorite doll of each mold. And when I worked on that list, I realized, you know what? I don't really love any of the Nanea dolls that they've done. Like nothing would really like stand out to me as like a doll I must have. I have Nanea because she's cute and I wanted to have a Nanea doll to put in, like a different sculpt doll to put in my Mary Ellen collection. But other than that, I didn't really have a Nanea doll who really spoke to me. So I had the idea of getting a Nanea doll, Nanea mold doll, I could customize into becoming my favorite. So I'm going to start with her as a base. And she's pretty similar to Nanea, which is also why I wanted to have her beside me for this little open unboxing. I hope she stands better than this. Sorry, she's fresh out of the box and not the best at standing. So I'm going to give her dark brown eyes and change up her wig. But first, I want to put her beside, you know what? I thought Truly Me 120 was the darker of the two. So that kind of messes with my plans a little bit, but I'll see what's going to come of it. I'm sure it'll all come together in the end like everything does. And let me get off this wig. Sorry, I always go from the knot in the back, which doesn't seem to be the normal way to do it, but I'm really clumsy with scratching up their foreheads if I just come at it properly. So I wanted to see a Nanea with dark eyes because so far they've all either had blue or hazel, different shades of hazel eyes, and nobody's had brown. And I do love rainbow wigs. So this wig is actually really pretty to me, but I don't want it for this doll. I'm going to figure out if there's another one I want to put it on later. So again, now that she's got her hair out, I'll take off these foam cuffs. And what I should have done a minute ago, but I can always come back to it later, is I wanted to, in case anybody didn't know, these are actually biodegradable. I didn't know for the longest time. And thanks to somebody, to Sylvia in my comments, she let me know that you just put them in the water and they dissolve. They're just made of like cornstarch and things like that. So whenever I do an unboxing, I'm going to try to remember to bring a glass of water in case there's anybody, just one person out there like me who didn't know that. So I take solace in the fact that even though I've been putting them in my landfill, they would probably dissolve during the rain in the landfill anyway. But it's better just to dissolve them in water. They go right down the sink. I looked into it after and I was like, wow, they're just made of like cornstarch and plant-based products. So that's actually a really cool thing that I think American Girl should be promoting or like talking about that more, letting us know, because I didn't, and I don't think I'm the only one. So anyway, back to my dolls, which is why you're here, not to hear about packing peanuts. So I have her character planned in my head, but she looks very different in person. This is not how she looks in pictures. Like her skin tone's very different. She's just kind of like a lighter version of Linnea, like lighter. Her eyes are a bit lighter, right? Maybe they're the same, but they looked lighter to me in pictures. So after this, I'm going to change her eyes out, remove her wig, and then do a little wig hair show before I reveal her in her final form with a wig I was working on all last night. And now I'm looking at her like, I don't think it's going to suit her anymore, the way she looks in person, but I'm still going to try it. I'll still find the right one for her. And before I get to that though, I want to do a couple more unboxings because I have, as you see the outfit over there, see, look, it's just turning into mush that can go down your sink and it's totally safe. And I also have another outfit that I picked up yesterday on a doll haul when I drive to America. But first I'll open the Birthstone collection in case anybody is curious how they look, if you haven't seen all the other unboxings of the Birthstone collection out there, because I had seen quite a few. And I opened a couple others in an older video, and one thing I mentioned was my confusion about the hefty price tag. It must be the rhinestones. I have no other theory. So this is a stretchy material. Yeah, so I guess this can work on the older chubby body dolls. Ruffles, again, I don't see $52, but I had that $10 coupon or awards coupon, and I had to get it up to $150 for the free shipping, or it was useless using it. I guess the platform shoes are very cute, and they keep it good for mix and match. She's got some cute glasses. They're just glasses, they're not. They're a little tinted, so I guess it's kind of considered sunglasses. And these weird chokers. I mean, I'm glad for the chokers because it covers that like seam between their body and between their neck and their body, which I always try to cover on my dolls. And I guess these would be earrings. I guess you could stick them on anywhere you wanted to. Okay, so that's it for that outfit. And another outfit that I picked up yesterday, very excited because it's been sitting here all night and I haven't had a chance to open it, is, I don't know if I'm supposed to just reveal it, but I bought it on Walmart Marketplace. So it's just like a third-party seller. And even though this outfit's been discontinued and is expensive to buy like on eBay or anywhere, I don't know how they did this box. Wait a sec. Oh, okay. And they had it on like a sale price for $27. And it's Melody's Christmas dress. Not too long ago, I did a Melody fashion show, sharing all the pieces, redressing her into the pieces I have from her collection. And I realized I don't have this Christmas dress, and it's so nice. So I'm really excited to see what it's like. If you'll indulge me for a moment, because I'm sure most of you have seen all this, but I'm really excited because it's got really beautiful materials, and I can't wait to see her wearing it at the holiday season. Not crazy about the black shoes because they don't really pop the right way I would want. The stockings are cute. The headband is cute too, but I'm not going to need it because last week, locally, I also picked up her coat and hat set, which comes with a pair of gold shoes that I think, I'm not even showing them to you, gold shoes that I think would look better with this. So she won't need her headband. Anybody can use these because they're really cute shoes. But yeah, I can't wait to dress her late November, early December. So that's all I have for this portion. And I'm just going to get her eyes swapped out, remove her wig like I said, and then come back, show her to you. I'll put this wig back on her for the sake of that to introduce her. But anyway, I don't need to say all this because you're about to see it in a minute anyway, because it's going to be hours ahead for me, but it'll be right away for you. Okay, that actually took a lot longer than I thought it would, but my thumbs are finally starting to get their feelings back after changing this Impossible Dolls mold, the eyes. But it was worth it. I love how she looks with the brown eyes. I'm trying to get her close enough that you can see. It made such a difference for me because I love brown eyes on dolls in general. So I wanted to show her with the wig if the only difference was the eye color. I don't know about the the skin tone. She doesn't look like any of my other medium skin tone dolls. So she definitely doesn't look like the 120 I see in pictures either. So I don't know if it's my eyes or if she's different, but she's fine. I mean, the original plan I had for her didn't work out, and that's not a bad thing because what I ended up going with, what you'll see at the end, is a nice difference from what I expected. So like I said, I'm still going to show you the other wigs that didn't work out before I show you the one that did, because it was the one that I least expected to like on her, but it changed my entire story for her. Before I do though, I'll show you her without the wig, just in case you wonder what she's like. Oh, and another thing was I decided to pierce her ears, so that just added to the pain in my thumbs. But her wig actually came off really nicely. Once I found a patch that I could get underneath, it was the smoothest wig removal. I didn't have any hair stuck to her head. So yeah, that part went good at least. It went easy. So let me just put her behind here so that when I bring her back, you can just see her already made up. So the first wig that I'm going to show was the one I was going to put her in, the one I spent all night working on. But as you can see, it doesn't suit her. It's too big for her. Like, it makes her face look really small. And it's a TLC Addy wig. Like the Addy that I bought that came with this wig, it was fine that the wig was pretty damaged because I was planning to re-wig her anyway. But as you know, as much as I conditioned it and wig sprayed it, there was not salvaging it, at least for her. I think it's just the look of her mold, her sculpt. And because she looks different than I expected, different from what I expected when I saw her in pictures, this wasn't what I had in mind. But I still wanted to show it just because I did put a lot of work into the wig, even if it doesn't look like it. Who knows? But I still have a few more to show you. So let me put her behind this box again so that I can just make her magically reappear with her next wig on. Okay, this next wig is from Truly Me 68, which I actually thought would look better on her. It looks cute, it's fine. I thought, because her complexion is lighter than I expected, her skin tone, I thought this would really suit her, but it just, for me, makes her look a little bland. Other than that, it's a cute wig. I got it in a wig lot that came with more so the eyes that I wanted to use, and she's wearing she's wearing one of the sets of eyes that came from this wig lot. So not all was lost. But again, this isn't what I had in mind for her. Neither is the last look. So let me get through these other couple wigs just so I can show what I settled on. And I am happy with what I settled on. I hope it doesn't sound like that. It just was a shock because so far from what I expected. Okay, this next wig looks really cute on her. It's from Truly Me 109. Was just throwing it on her to check after I'd already settled on who she was going to be. I think it's the bangs. She looks cute with bangs, and I don't think that there's been a Nanea mold with bangs yet. So, if you can handle funky colors because of the pink that's in it, I think this one really suits her. It looks very cute. And it might be because her face sculpt, her mold, it's kind of like young looking. As I've tried everything on her, she just looks a little bit more babyish, which a lot of people say about American Girl in general. But when I put bangs on her, I was like, oh yeah, she's definitely a very young looking mold. So I like this look on her, and I think it suits her very much. I just got a couple more, and then I can finally show the final look. This next one's a little startling because it's so different, but I wondered what she would look like with short hair, because I did have this short hair wig that came from Truly Me 75, and I do have a plan for this wig, which is why she can't keep it, even though I think she looks really cute. Maybe because her face is so feminine that it gives it a very unique look, having short hair, and there aren't a lot of short haired dolls, obviously. But I had such a hard time removing this from 75. It was the first time I had, I felt like I was gonna have to gnaw it off with my teeth because it just was not coming, and it took a little bit of damage that before I tried it on her, I realized, oh, I could fix this up. So what I wanted to use it for, I can do it after all. So she can't have it. But she looks cute, right? With short hair. And maybe because it's dark, and that's what I wanted. I wanted her to have dark hair and dark eyes, which is like my favorite aesthetic. But not this wig. You can't have it, Nanea, even though her name's not Nanea. But anyway, we'll get to that in a second. This last dress-up wig, I was afraid to try on her in case I loved it, because it's already been claimed by someone. And when I first put it on her, I was like, oh, nope, I hate it. It's okay. But the second time, I'm like, I don't know. I really like it on her, but I would like this wig on anyone. The curls are so adorable. And as I've already said 3 times, I love dark hair. And it really does suit her, even though I didn't think so when I first put it on her. But really, that was my heart already being set on it going to someone. And now I'm looking at it again. It's very cute. I just want to reiterate, look how cute she looks with brown eyes. I'm assuming they're going to, I imagine we'll get, an Anea who looks very different from the ones we've seen so far. And this is the last dress-up wig I'm going to put her in before I change her into what ended up being such a 180 from my original plan for this doll. And just so you know, it's really late now. It was like I was messing with her for quite a bit while I was doing other things, but like trying to just figure out her character. And I'm very happy with how she turned out. So let me get to it. I'm gonna cut away a little bit longer because I have to like put on her clothes and all these other things and make sure her hair looks styled really good, because these were just like quickly, put them on, not really worrying about how they look. So one more, well, the last one to go. All right, she's finally ready for me to show. You don't want to know the drama I went through trying to get her set up this time. This doll. It's a good thing she's cute in the final form, because I went through a lot. Like, she was a lot. So let me just introduce my new custom from Nanea Sculpt, Truly Me 120. Is her name Heather? Okay, for real, she's very cute. I'm really happy with how she turned out. This was not what I had in mind when I started, but funnily enough, a funny little tidbit is when I started, the doll I had in mind, when I was developing her, I was kind of like, where am I going to put this doll? I have nowhere to display the doll I had planned. I didn't know what outfit I was going to put her in. I just had an idea for what her like face and hair, like what that would look like, and I would just develop it from there. And dolls have other plans. Like I said when I first started out this video compilation thing, whatever it is, I said that things always work out in the end. And any dolls I've collected, I've done customizing to an extent, and I often found that they customize themselves, as in like they came up with their. I was just like a vessel of some kind or whatever, and like this was not my vision. She had her own vision, and she made the vision come true. And truthfully, I had clothes in Courtney's collection. I have a space I could put her in Courtney's collection, so it was perfect. And the one thing, I don't even know if I need to change it because she actually really does look very complete and very cute. I would love to find a hair crimper because her hair is a little flat for the 80s. Not that nobody had flat hair in the 80s, but a crimper, one that's safe for a doll. I know other doll collectors or customizers or whatever do have crimped their doll's hair. So if anybody has any suggestions or any knowledge about a crimper that is safe for a doll on a certain setting, please let me know, or send me to somebody who would know, because she's not the only doll I would love to crimp her hair in Courtney's collection. But anyway, it might improve her, and if not, I hope I could just boil straighten it if it doesn't work out. So now, anyway, as you can see, she's wearing Courtney's meat boots, the pixie boots. Some people call them Peter Pan boots, it turns out. She's got the black tights under the houndstooth skirt, the polka dot long sleeve shirt underneath. I think it's just called her Courtney's Western jacket, but I have a habit of thinking it's called the Western Fun jacket because in the 80s there was a Barbie doll called Western Fun Barbie. And, Mattel owns both now. And she's got on, I have 2 of these, because I think they came with the earrings, and I have 2 sets of the earrings, whatever that accessory set is called. So finally, I can use one of these totally awesome, totally rad hair bows. And then she's got the makeup set. I don't know Courtney has so many mix and match pieces and so many mix and match sets that I don't know what came with what, and I've had them for so long that I don't even think about it. So this is Heather. I have a few last names running through my mind, which are all kind of silly and harken back to like my love for horror. So at one point I was thinking Heather Kruger because Heather Langenkamp, I think that's the actor from the first movie. Anyway, so I'm just playing with other 80s themed names that make sense. Heather is such a cliche for an 80s name, and I don't mind because she looks like a Heather to me. There was even a movie called Heathers, so now she's a Heather. Okay, so now another thing I want to tack on at the end here, because it's already become a longish video, I'm going to put her up in Courtney's collection and then do a tour of the Courtney pieces that I have. I've already shown them in my doll room tour, but now I think whenever I do like introduce like a doll world, like I did with Mary Ellen very recently, I can do a tour after. But I didn't want to do that with Courtney because I hadn't shown my doll room yet, so I was like still new and figuring myself out. So anyway, I'm rambling now. Here's Heather, and let me put her up in her where she's gonna go. She's gonna be displayed in Courtney's bedroom within Courtney's bedroom set. And why am I telling you when I can just show you? Okay, so here's a full scope of Courtney's bedroom. I want to focus in on Heather for a second because she's over with Stacy, and Parsley's back there on a bookshelf that I took from Cubby's backstage set. She really did turn out nice, even though such a far cry from what I had in mind. Oh, I like to show my My Little Ponies whenever I'm here. Those are from, what is it called? World's Smallest Toys or something. It's a collection of old toys that they turned into like 1/6 scale. That's where I got the Care Bears from as well. And over there is Tiffany. Oh, the calendar fell. I should have looked at that before I started filming. You get to see all the flaws, like all the time. Up here is Debbie. And further to what I was saying about needing a hair crimper, she's got braids in there because I'm trying to give her hair some life. It's not a style choice. The style is going to come after, I hope. So she's up there reading the Pleasant Company catalog in her Care Bears. What do you call those pajamas? Nightgown. And Courtney and Grace are over there. Courtney's got kind of repurposed roller skates. Minnie Molly's up there. And let me climb down off the step ladder so I can show you the other two pieces of this set, of this display. Okay, coming up here, this is Zachariah in the arcade. I know I've already done a video introducing all these dolls, but I don't expect everyone's seen them or will remember. And I turned on his game to show that it plays. It's on computer mode right now, not actually playing it, but I have played it. It works. You just have to charge it. There's a cable charger that comes with it. American Girl makes some like amazing pieces. These are the kind of things that get me hooked. Or got me hooked, I should say. Get me, as if it's, I'm well gotten. And down here is Mariela in her TV room. And when I did my doll room tour and I showed off her TV set, I tried to play the Care Bears theme song that comes on in the beginning, but I think because it was copyrighted, the sound didn't play. Oh, so let me change the channel because I don't know if that's what got me in, like, just to show you some other things that go on. Because, yeah, I didn't do it. It just was silent. So this is the newscast. Static. There's a music video somewhere. Okay. Oh no, there's another commercial. This is a commercial. So I think this non-copyrighted music will play. That was like unexpected. Oh, her name's Heather. Oh no, I have to change my doll's name. See, it is such a cliche 80s name. Anyway, so this is my 80s world. I wonder if that song's gonna play. Let me back up. Let me show you from the ground. Okay, tentatively Heather. Sorry that this was just such a weird, like sporadic kind of video. Oh, but I wanted to show a lot. See you next time.